Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the mountain. Well, the weather has finally gotten a lot better here on the mountain, so we can get some stuff done. Today's an exciting day here on Come On Mountain. We have got to get all of the material for the hog pen because the hogs are coming next weekend, guys. So it is go time to get set up for the hogs. Very, very excited for them to come to the mountain and to be a part of the homestead. But we got to get some T-posts and some hog panels and all of that. Yeah, and then we got to get set up and get ready to build the pen. It's going to be a busy day today here on the mountain, but it is absolutely gorgeous. And of course, Domino wants to say hi. Say good morning. Good morning. I hear the goats back there. They will also be getting moved in this process as well. I'm going to put them over closer to the hogs to make feeding and watering a little bit easier on me. Let's get the trailer hooked up and let's get this day started. Come on. All right, got the trailer loaded up. Let's go get some materials. This is gonna hurt. All right, guys, we made it at Atwood's. We're gonna check out the T-post and the fencing here and decide what we're gonna do here. So these are 6-foot T-posts. These are 6.5 foot. I'm thinking we're gonna need to go with the 6.5 foot personally. All right, let's look at the fencing. The cattle fencing for the hogs is going to be too wide of a span, I believe. I think we're going to have to go with the horse fencing. It's a whole lot closer together. Four foot at 200 foot. That is expensive. All right, we got goat fencing here for 314 for 330 foot. All right, unfortunately, the pricing here at Atwood does not match what is online. So we're gonna ride over to Tractor Supply and do a little price comparison because I need quite a bit of this, and if it's a couple, even if it's $1 cheaper per piece, it's gonna save quite a bit of money. So let's go to Tractor Supply and check them out. All right, we made it to Tractor Supply. Let's see what they got going on. I took pictures of all the prices over at Atwood's, so we'll see what kind of deals we can get here. Or at least see if they do price matching so I don't have to bounce back and forth. Really? I guess I gotta go the other way. I got one of those.
Hello, welcome in.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. Well, they definitely got some of the T-post. See what we got here. $5.29. So it looks like the T-post is cheaper at Atwood's. Let's check out the fence. I will not be using none of these because I got cedar. Ooh, the last time I did my fence in Florida, a lot cheaper, a lot cheaper. So right here is the goat fence, 330 feet. I don't see a price on it. Alright, Tractor Supply did a price match with Atwood, so I don't have to go anywhere. It works out. I ended up getting 2 rolls of 330 foot, so that's 660 foot of fence, and I got 52 T-posts. So that's definitely get me started for sure. And it's not just going to be for the pigs, it's also going to be for the goats. That's why I went with the goat and sheep wire. That way it can be universal. And when you got the smaller animals, I tend to like to do that because it works for a lot of different animals, even whenever they're babies. So we're going to pull around, get loaded up, and get back to the mountain and unload it. All right, do some straps. Now I brought a couple of boards and I got one nailed to the trailer right there, just to be able to keep the T-post off the ground a little bit. That way I can hook a strap up to it whenever I get home with Uber, making it a lot easier to unload. got the fence loaded. Now it's time for the T-post. All right, got them loaded, got them strapped. Time to get back to Come On Mountain. All right guys, we made it back home. We got to get a strap. Hey Midnight. I know, you ready for the evening feeding. What are you doing, Domino? Did you give him a kiss? All right, I got an endless strap here guys. We're gonna use that to unload all of this. We need to go ahead and get it unstrapped. Before we do that, we're gonna go ahead and crank Uber up, get it warmed up. It hasn't been cranking a couple of days. And then we'll get set up. I'm gonna use Uber, take it all back there where it goes. Right now it's still too wet out there for me to try to risk pulling the truck back there. And also there's a ton of things out there that'll scratch up the truck. How come you didn't fire up Uber for me? As you can see, the sun is about over there where the tree line is right there. It's getting close in the evening, so we got to be on the move with this, get this done before it gets dark. because I still need to do the evening feeding for all of the animals. But I believe we should have enough time to make it happen. So the plan is I'm going to try to use one of these T-posts, slide it in between the fence right here, right down in there, and then use the endless strap to strap it on both ends, grab it with the grapple, and just lift the fence up. Slide this in here like so. Whoa, what happened? What happened? Did I hit you in the eye? I'm sorry. So we'll put this one on this side, like so. Hopefully it's long enough. Should be. Boom. And just like that. And then we can hook it right on the grapple just like that.
Far and wide, he's got his faithful tractor Uber always by his side. Midnight's on the prowl, that cat's the boss, supervisor of the land. She never takes a loss. David on Common Mountain with a mountain in his side. He's got kindness in his heart and hands that work all night. With his goats and his dogs and the breeze so sweet. He's a man of the land, life's rhythm so complete. the pastures. He's working every day, building dreams on common flatlands, and he's got a lot to say. David on Common Mountain, where the air is fresh and clear. David's working hard still, but he always shows he cares. From the old truck to the new white Ford, David's rolling still. He's a
choke it close to down here, that way whenever I lift up, it pulls up on it right here and binds it real well. Cinch that noose a little bit and we're ready to go. All right, guys, I love those endless straps. They make life so much easier. That one right there actually dates back to my steel days, back when I used to own a steel company. Well, being that I ended up deciding to go ahead and go with fence instead of some hog panels and stuff here to make the initial smaller pen, now I got to figure out exactly where I want the fence to go. We got a total of 660 feet to be able to do. So that's going to be a pretty decent size enclosure. What I'm thinking about doing is coming pretty much right here on this side of the door. That way I can still access the door from outside of the fence, and coming right through here, going towards the wooded area. And I would like to bring it all the way to about here. So you got the shelter right here. It looks like this is a decent little clearing where I won't have to clear out too much with Uber. Kind of leave this cedar tree inside Excuse me, I'm recording. I will be there in a minute. The rooster's like, feed us now. And kind of bring it right through the woods right here. Probably take out these smaller trees right here. Trim up the cedar. And maybe take out this small cedar right here just to give me a little bit bigger space to be able to run that fence line through. And bring it right on this side of that one. I have a little bit of branches and stuff cleared up here. But I can take the grapple. And we got a dead cedar pushed right there. I'll go ahead and push that down, get all of this cleared up, and then come right down here and run it back towards there. Now, to give you a little perspective of where we're at, this is the road that y'all see me walking down and driving down to go to the power lines. So I want to give a little bit of a buffer in between these two right here. I pretty much got a clear shot if I go this direction here. I have to clean up this whole area here. That oak tree right here, I will probably stay on this side of it, take those little cedars down, and I see a nice opening right there. Definitely gonna have some work to do. So right here's the oak tree. This cedar will stay in. Uber should be able to push these small cedars down, especially as wet as the ground is right now, and even this bigger one. So take this grouping out right here, and I'll actually be able to use that one right there as a fence post. One-stop shop, come on. But pretty much clear that whole line out right here and bring it right on the other side of these groupings to here, and then probably turn it right back up into that direction and then tie back into the shed back there. I should have enough fence to do that. And as you can see, that road kind of curves, so it widens out right here. Although I don't want to put the pigs over here in this area because I have the creek that runs right there. And I actually want to clean this area up and make it a little bit nicer. So when you're driving down the road, it looks real nice. But I think that will give them and the goats plenty of room to roam. Give them plenty of shade in the summer. So that's the game plan right now, but it might change once I get Uber over here and start clearing out and kind of seeing what kind of space I got. I also today stopped off at Harbor Freight and got me one of those measuring wheels. That way I can kind of measure out the 660 feet. But that will also potentially lead me to be able to expand that way into another paddock later on. And like I said, previous video, all of this will be pasture area as well. So far, I think that's a good plan. But the sun is starting to dip back there, so we need to get that trailer unhooked real quick. All right, let's get after it. Are you waiting on me, Midnight? Yeah? Are you like tighten up? It's not time to eat yet. I gotta move the trailer. Whew. I feel like I unhook and hook up that trailer just about every other day. I know, y'all been waiting on me. The weather has been absolutely amazing here on Come On Mountain. And I believe that we got about 4 more days of decent weather before the rain comes again. I'm busy. I got some needy animals. But I think that's going to wrap it up for us, guys. This is just a little short video today, just getting supplies and getting ready to do this hog pen. Wanted to bring y'all along today, being that I changed up the ideal as far as how big it was going to be and actually using a fence instead of hog panels. But I think it's going to give them a lot more space, and I'm also going to be able to utilize the space a little bit for the goats as well. So I think it's a win-win, and while I'm out there banging in T-post, I might as well put some fence in. It'll be the first fence here on Come On Mountain. I've been procrastinating it for a long time because it's not going to be an easy project with as rocky as it is up here. I'm used to doing fences in Florida, and I've not been looking forward to the fence, but you got to start it sometime, and it's starting next week. All right, guys, I love every single one of y'all, and until we see each other again, come on, let's go on another adventure.